So now we need to create the roof for over this porch. We can see there's no walls, so we can't select our walls and go create roof. We could use a virtual wall, but what we're going to do for this case is we're going to use the roof face command. So what I need to do is I need to break this up into faces and draw polygons for those. So I'm going to go to my plan. I'm going to go on to my first floor layout, top plan view. I'm going to turn off my roof and my slab and my second floor, all the second floor. So I've started drawing this out. Actually on the plan, it doesn't have a miter here. So what's happening is this roof face is sloping this way, this roof face is sloping this way, this roof face is sloping from here up, and this one from here up. So I just wanted to add a bit more detail, and it kind of gives us a bit more practice instead of this just being one face.
You just do that with lines, right?
I did. So all I've done right now up until this point is use my line tool. I offset it 2 feet from the edge of the slab. I aligned my 45 so where two equal slope faces meet, they create a 45 either in a ridge or a valley. So I have my 45, it's going through my post. I have my 45 here going through my post and over here. Now I'm going to need to use my polygon tool, and I'm going to need to create surfaces, a face. So I'm just going to use these, I need to make sure I'm on my vertex mode, these boundaries, and I'm going to create a face. There's one, this is going to be 2, now this face, I have to make sure I'm cutting out these peaks. So if I've already drawn them, I can just follow along and create that face. This one's going to go like this. So right now I'm just creating that flat 2D surface. Okay, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surfaces, separate surfaces. Now I'm going to select a surface. I'm going up to AEC. I'm going to select roof face. And selecting roof face, I get this create roof face dialog box. I actually want to use rise over run, and I want to, here's that Z value. So that Z value is going to be our elevation. So because this, what we could do is we could put this on our roof layer and put a negative Z value. So then it's all going to be on the same layer, but the elevation of the porch roof is off of the main floor. So that's one way of doing it. We could also put this on our ceiling layer because our ceiling layer is at 9 feet. Or we could put it on our main floor and give an elevation of 9 feet. Okay, so there's different ways we can set these elevations depending on where we put these objects. So right now I'm going to give this a try because I'm hoping that my theory works. So I'm going to set this at minus 9 feet and I'm going to put it on my roof layer. I'm going to do my rise over run, so it's 5 in 12. And I'm going to do a double vertical, double eve cut. And my vertical, I'm going to leave at 7.25. My horizontal doesn't matter. My style, I want to make sure it's the same as my roof. My roof preferences, that gives me all those settings there, and I'm going to hit OK. Now, it didn't do anything because it needs more information. So it needs to know the axis that I'm rotating this roof face on. So remember I said this one slopes up this way. So it's rotating along this axis. So I'm gonna click my endpoints, and then I get this arrow and it's asking, okay, this is the axis, but which way do you want me to slope? Do you want me to slope up this way, or do you want me to slope up this way? In this case, I want to slope up this way, and I can see I have my roof face now. And actually, I'm going to send this right to my roof layout, and my roof layout is off. But I can see that it is at a lower it's on my roof layer, but it's lower down on my, so I'm gonna play with those heights. So that worked well though. So I'm gonna go back to here. Now I'm gonna do this one in 3D. So I've selected this polygon. I go up to AEC, I go roof face. It keeps all those settings. So rise over run is 5 and 12, or 5 and 1 foot. So it keeps all those settings, so I can just hit OK. I'm gonna do, I have to be careful. That wasn't it.
We should be doing this on our second floor, right?
Well, the information's on I'm snapping to the walls on my first floor, right? Because it doesn't, that's where the porch roof is. And then I'm sending it to my roof layout. So I'm gonna go back into top plan view, and I have it selected. I need to go roof face. Okay. So this is my axis. I didn't snap it that quite correctly, so I'm gonna do it again. Roof face. That one goes up. This one, now this one's a bit trickier, so I have to pay attention. I'm doing my roof face, I'm gonna hit OK. So this slopes up this way. So the axis is actually a vertical line drawn up from the corner point, and I have it there. Okay, so I need to, it's only from that corner point, but I'm gonna do roof. I have to do each face separately. So this one, again, from the corner point, a vertical line drawn up. I slope this way, and last but not least, roof face. Okay. That's a little bit off. Okay, now I want to send all of these to my roof layout because I set that the Z value at 9 minus 9 feet. And okay, so what I can see is that there's a bit of conflict
Just a smidge.
with my roof and my second floor windows. So what I can do is there's different things I can do. I can adjust the height of my, the pitch of my roof. I can adjust the height of my roof, and I can also, or I could also adjust the thickness of my structural members. So for instance, I can select these. and I can change my, everything I can change in my object info palette. So I have all of them selected. I could take this down minus 10 feet. I can also change this pitch so it's only 4 and 12. And I could also go and edit my roof style. And right now I can see this solid wood framing. It's 9 1/4. We're not going to need that thickness. We also don't actually need the insulation because this isn't a conditioned space. So those are all ways I can modify and make adjustments, and I would make adjustments.